Brock Lesnar, the Beast's final battle. Every era of combat sports produces its titans, but only once in a generation is there a storm, a force of nature so raw, so frighteningly dominant, that every record, every legend, and every so-called unbreakable streak seems meaningless. Some of these titans rise, a select few fall, but only one truly devours everything in its path. They called him the Beast Incarnate, a man who didn't just win, he overpowered. He didn't just compete, he conquered. For over 2 decades, he stood above giants, kings, and legends. But in April 2026, on the grandest stage of them all, the Beast finally met something he could not destroy. This is the story of Brock Lesnar, his unstoppable rise, his terrifying dominance, and the night everything came crashing down. Welcome back to GoldenTime Vault. Today, we pull back the curtain on the Beast Incarnate. From the quiet, dusty roads of his childhood farm to the deafening roar of a sold-out arena, we will follow his meteoric rise, his controversial fall, and the shocking, brutal twilight of his career. We will explore the man who conquered both the octagon and the squared circle, and who ended it all in a flash of thunder against a new, terrifying force. Stay till the end, because this ending changed WWE forever. Our story begins not under the bright lights of Las Vegas, but on a dairy farm in Webster, South Dakota. Born on the 12th of July, 1977, Brock Edward Lesnar was the youngest of 3 brothers living a life of hard, honest labor. Before the fame, before the fear. There was just a young man from Minnesota. Brock Lesnar grew up on a farm, lifting, fighting, surviving. He wasn't polished, he wasn't flashy, he was raw power. At the University of Minnesota, he became an NCAA Division I heavyweight champion. But even then, it was clear this man wasn't chasing success, he was destined for dominance. The Lesnar boys weren't just working, they were building the kind of strength that comes from hauling hay bales and wrestling unruly livestock. But there, in the dirt, the seeds of a monster were already sprouting. At Webster High School, Brock found his true calling. He didn't just wrestle, he annihilated. His senior year, he didn't lose a single match. Record, 33 wins, 0 losses. But the farm boy wasn't satisfied. The Lesnar boys weren't just working, they were building the kind of strength that comes from hauling hay bales and wrestling unruly livestock. But there, in the dirt, the seeds of a monster were already sprouting. At Webster High School, Brock found his true calling: championship. His collegiate record stands at a staggering 106 wins against a mere 5 losses. 2-time All-American, was the most brutal proving ground on earth, the UFC octagon. Lesnar signed with the UFC in 2007. In just his 4th professional MMA fight, he locked in a submission on the legendary Randy Couture to win the UFC heavyweight championship. But the true shockwave hit at SummerSlam 2002. At just 25 years old, barely 126 days after his debut, Brock Lesnar defeated The Rock to capture the WWE Undisputed Championship. He became the youngest WWE champion in history. Vince McMahon had found his new face of the company, but domination for the Beast bred boredom. By 2004, burned out by the grueling schedule and itching for real violence, Lesnar walked away. He tried his hand at the NFL, signing with the Minnesota Vikings. But even his raw athleticism couldn't save him from being cut during the preseason. Unbroken, he sailed to Japan. In New Japan Pro Wrestling, he captured the prestigious IWGP Heavyweight Championship. But the land of the rising sun was simply a layover. The real destination was the most brutal proving ground on earth, the UFC octagon. Lesnar signed with the UFC in 2007. In just his 4th professional MMA fight, he locked in a submission on the legendary Randy Couture to win the UFC heavyweight championship.
2 great wrestlers, and there is a ton of respect.
But the land of the rising sun was simply a layover. The real destination was the most brutal proving ground on earth, the UFC octagon. Lesnar signed with the UFC in 2007. In just his fourth professional MMA fight, he locked in a submission on the legendary Randy Couture to win the UFC heavyweight championship. He defended the belt twice, avenging the beast that once ruled with honor, now ruled with a cold corporate contempt. He cracked Randy Orton's skull open with question, is Brock Lesnar retired? The answer shook the foundations of Las Vegas. WrestleMania 42, Night 2, the Allegiant Stadium. The lights go down, but something is wrong. Bulldozed through NXT like a wrecking ball. Was the new guard. This was the monster sent to kill the old guard. Lesnar charges, visible. Oba grabs the throat of the beast. A chokeslam, then he hoists the 300. For the fall from grace, a powerbomb that broke the ring's foundation. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar was pinned, clean in the middle of the ring. This is where the rise and fall reaches its final volume. Lesnar sat in the ring, not in anger, but in a state of quiet resignation. He slowly pulled off his massive gloves. He untied his boots. He tossed them to the mat. Paul Heyman, the wise man, walked into the ring. The two lifelong friends, the conman and the beast, embraced in a long, tearful hug. No words were needed, the beast was done. From the dairy farm to the octagon gold, from the streak to the fall from grace, Brock Lesnar did what so few could. He retired on his terms, handing the torch to a new ruler. And that is the story of how the beast was slain. But what do you think? Did Brock Lesnar get the goodbye he deserved? Or did the ruler end his reign a few years too late? Let us know in the comments below. And if you made it to the end of Suplex City today, smash that like button, subscribe to GoldenTime Vault, turn on notifications for more legendary breakdowns, and tell me in the comments, was Oba Femi's victory the greatest passing of the torch in WWE history? Or could the beast have had one more run? Next video, the unstoppable rise of Oba Femi, WWE's monster who destroyed the beast. Stay tuned. I'll see you. Subscribe to GoldenTime Vault and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of wrestling history. Until next time, remember, time is gold, but some legends are eternal.
So Pario, well then like and subscribe to GoldenTime Vault.